fuel for 100 kwacha. How much can I make from 100 kwacha fuel?
Okay, if you put 100 kwacha fuel, we are talking about now 3 liters. That is 3 liters currently, because per liter is 30 kwacha. So when you put 3 liters, if the business is just okay on that particular day, you would find that you can even make even a 700.
The fuel consumption, how is the fuel consumption for this?
The fuel consumption for motorbikes is quite it's good. Yeah.
That's quite a lot of money. So
farming. After that, then you warm the water. After you warm the water, then you put non-stress pack. 100 feet, they say 8. Starting from starter, grower, also finish 8. So that you can grow and they are ready to stay on the market.
Right? This time around, when you see somebody carrying a camera on their neck, please don't laugh at almost all 360 days in a row is somebody's business. You need a bike, a bicycle, a motorbike, a vehicle. Hey, hello guys. It's yet another new year. Right, so I just want to appreciate everybody that has been there to support me and everybody that has believed in the SIKA family, right? So my name is SIKA, and my goal is to actually deliver financial literacy to everybody that has been in business, to everybody that is thinking about starting a business, and especially to all those people that are owning small businesses. And that has been my focus. And thank you so much Namibia, thank you so much South Africa, thank you so much Zambia, and thank you so much India, being the topmost countries that have been watching my videos. I really appreciate you. And in today's video, I don't want to let you down. The area, the better. 2024, right? And the area you start, the better. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about the 10 side hustles that you can look forward into doing in the year 2024. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. So the first hustle that you can look forward to is actually transport system, and to be specific, the Honda system, the motorbikes, right? Being it that in Zambia they have now authorized people to own Hondas, as we call them. The Nigerians call them Wakada, man. Okay, or Wakada, right? So being it that Zambia has also authorized people to actually own these rides for actually business purposes, right? It gives us an opportunity to enter into and to actually see for ourselves. Now, I don't want to say anything. I want you to hear from the owners, from the people that are actually doing this business, so that you can learn one or two things. I have with me in this video a friend who is actually into this business, so I wish you to actually see and hear for yourself.
With me here, a friend who's been doing this business, and I've come to just find out a few things about this business. So stay tuned and learn from our brother. Right, so how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
We are good.
Yeah.
Yes. What are your names?
My name's Geoffrey Stamba.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this business?
I've been in this business for quite now 5 months. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So we want to learn from you a few things about this business. Are you willing to share with us?
Sure. I'm willing to share with you.
Okay, so we would want to know how this business works. When actually if you are driving your own bike, or if at all you've been given a bike from somebody, how does it work? Let's start if somebody has to buy this bike and then gives it to somebody. How are the terms? How do people work and all that stuff?
Okay, when somebody buys a motorbike and when he gives it to someone, there are terms and the conditions to follow. That one must follow. So that person to be using the motorbike as an employee is supposed to follow those terms and conditions. If he fails, if he doesn't want to agree, then he they are not going to work together. But when you are working with the motorbike as an employee or as somebody who has been just given the motorbike, it's also quite good because I would say not everyone can manage to buy a motorbike. Yeah, so that's what I can say.
Okay, so now in terms of money, how does it go? Because I understand this lands on fuel. So in terms of money, how does it work? And with the fuel, the caching, and all that stuff, that's the most part that we are interested in.
Okay. The way it is when you are working with the motorbike, one fuel you have to provide yourself. Then when it comes to caching, there are three ways. Number one, there's what we call you are put on the salary, whereby you'll be just working, then you'll be handling over the all money that you've earned. Then at the end of
You mean after working, then you give the all money you've worked for to the owner of the bike? Okay. Then what happens after that?
to the owner of the bike, and then at the month end, then you are entitled to a salary. Then they'll give you salary. Then there's also what we call target, whereby now the owner of the motorbike will give you his target or her target. Say, okay, for me, this motorbike, you'll be giving me, let's say, 100 kwacha per day. Yeah, and then that 100 kwacha per day, it will be like now you'll be you're not going to be entitled for salary. Yeah, so meaning the extra money that you get, it is yours. So what it is, you just have to manage the 100 kwacha that they have given you as your target. So once you go your target, you hit your target, then the extra money remains yours. That is your salary.
All right. So you mean when you work and then you reach the target, the extra money, that is how you make money yourself?
Yes, that's your income now. That's your salary.
All right. You said there were three. So what is the third one?
And then the third one is whereby you agree to say, okay, it's more like it is also a target. I would call it. So it is also a target whereby you say they are going to give you a high amount of money to be like cashing in. Then as you cashing in, then at the end of the day, you get something out of that money. Let's say, for instance, if the owner says, okay, per day you'll be bringing 200 kwacha, then when you hit that target, then you'll be given maybe 30% of that 200 kwacha.
That's very awesome. We are learning a lot so far. All right. So now, how does it benefit the owner of the bike now?
The owner of the bike, this is, I would say, when somebody buys a motorbike and they put on rank, it will be generating income. Yes, some sort of, it will be bringing money. Money will be coming in. Yeah, so instead of just using it for personal, you say, interest, but you introduce it in the business so that it will be bringing something. So in short, it brings an income.
Let's talk about the fuel consumption. How is the fuel consumption for this?
The fuel consumption for motorbikes is quite low and it's just good. Yes, it's very good. So you'd find that if you have a 1 liter, so a 1 liter you can use it for, depends with the distances that you'll be moving, that you'll be going. Yeah, but a 1 liter, it pays. Yeah.
So to be more practical, if at all I put fuel for 100 kwacha, how much can I make from 100 kwacha fuel?
Fuel. Okay, if you put 100 kwacha fuel, we are talking about now 3 liters. That is 3 liters currently, because per liter is 30 kwacha. So when you put 3 liters, if the business is just okay on that particular day, you would find that you can even make even a 700 kwacha. Yes.
That's quite a lot of money. So you spend 100 kwacha, then you make a 700. So which is about 600 profit.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay. That's very great. So now, how is with in terms of business? Like, how much do you make per day? Like, before you go to cash into the owner of the bikes and all that.
It just depends with the day. Okay, some days you may even go up to 500 kwacha. Some days 300 kwacha. It just depends. Yes, it's not constant. You find that today you can make a 400 kwacha. Tomorrow, the day comes well, you can even reach 700. Yes.
So if I told you make 700 and the owner, you just have to give the owner a 100 kwacha.
If that is the target that you have agreed with the owner, so you just have to remove the 100 kwacha, then you give it to the owner.
So that's great. So that means if at all you have your own bike, you are in a very good chance of making a lot of money, isn't it?
Of course.
So what would you say if somebody has to buy this, then they work for themselves? If at so we can say, for how long can it take for them to buy another bike?
If they buy a motorbike, then if they'll be using it for themselves, it can just take them about 4 months to get another one. Yeah, just 2 to 3 months, 4 months, and then they get another one, a new one.
Okay, a new one. Okay, so just before we come to the end of the video, what are some of the challenges that you face as you are doing this, and then also some other expenses, inclusive the challenges?
The challenges, I would say, what we are facing currently, like as you can see, this is rain season, and people, when it's rain day, people they don't tend to use motorbikes. They will go for taxi. Yeah, so that's the challenge that we are having. Yeah, and then also another challenge is this business now is like it's more well known now. More people are coming, so there is stiff competition. Yeah, yes.
All right. So that has been great. So just before we end the video, what is your encouragement to somebody who is thinking about entering into such a business?
This business is good, as well paying. So if you've got enough resources, just buy a motorbike and introduce it in the business. This business is quite good. Yes.
So anything else you'd want to say, just from your heart?
I would encourage that, like my fellow youths, say don't just sit there. Like for instance, myself, I'm a graduate from TVTC. Instead of me just waiting for the government to employ me, no, I've decided, say no, let me do something. So I've come here on the road, and I'm making money, and I'm making a living out of the same. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Geoffrey Chamba, for having this time to speak with us. We appreciate so much. So, viewers, this is one of the top businesses you can do in 2024. Right.
Number two side also that you can look forward to is actually poultry farming or the rearing of chicken. And as wise, I have somebody who is actually so talented. I have somebody who is actually doing this business, and I would love this person to actually speak for himself so that you can also learn one or two things.
Hello guys, hello family friends. So today I've also visited one of the poultries in the town, and I've just come here to learn a few things from this business. And with me here is a friend, Suyilanjis Chamba, and he's a son to our mother. He's a son to the mother that has this poultry. So I've come here to learn a few things because he's been working here and he's been around here. So I just want to learn a few things about poultry farming so that we can see whether we can start it this 2024, right? So to start with, how old are these your chicks?
5 weeks. 5 weeks.
They are 5 weeks old?
5 weeks.
All right. So how much does one chick cost?
13 quarter 15 way.
13 kwacha 15 ngwe. How is the process of acquiring these chicks?
Okay, so hard to acquire it, but it takes some time. 2 days. 2 days to 3 days.
All right, that's great. And how much does it cost when it is actually big?
120.
120 kwacha. Okay, so we would love us we'd love you to learn us through, like from when it's small and to the point where it's actually big and ready for sale, right? So you start with the feed, how much it can consume. Let's talk about maybe 100 chicks. Like when you buy 100 chicks, what do you need? What should you do when the chicks come? And you should also tell us. Let's start with what you should do when the chicks come.
The chicks comes first, you need to wait for 1 hour. Don't give them anything or water. Then after that, then you just warm the water. After you warm the water, then you put non-stress pack, because when the chicks come from afar, so because of stress, you need to wait for that. Then after that, you need to just to give them water until the yolk, it melt. I can say it melts or it digests in its part. Then after that, then you can put feed that they can start eating. The feed itself, we say it's starter, the word starter.
So the first feed that you start with is you call it starter, not so.
Call it starter. Yeah. Then after starter, after maybe 2 weeks, then you start giving them. We use first. After that, we use an African medicine, which we put it in water so that we can change them from starter to grower. Yeah. Then after grower it's finished. Yeah. These are types of feeds we give them, and they are ready to sell on the market.
So basically, you are talking about 3 types of feed. Okay. So how much is one bag of the feed?
In our local town is equivalent to 670, but we buy from a like Kasama, which is 520. Yeah.
All right. So if at all you have 100 chicks, how many bags of starter do you need as you start?
Starter.
Yes, for starter feed. Only one?
1 to 2, but like I said, two. But when we had all feeds for 100 feeds, like I say 8. Starting from starter, grower, also finish 8. So that you can grow and they are ready to stay on the market.
Oh, so for them to be ready to be sold on the market, you need about 8 bags.
Bags, yes, 8 bags.
And each bag of feed, here where we are in Polongo, it is sold at how much?
670.
670.
Yes.
And then you said you buy from Kasama. Okay, then how much is transport to bring one bag here?
50 kwacha.
Which is about 570 when you buy from Kasama. So this is, in case you are in Kasama, that is very good because you not need so much transport to bring the bag here. So in case you are in Kasama, that is even better. So maybe in Lusaka, it can even be cheaper. In Copper Belt, in all those areas, maybe it could even be cheaper. So you need, what we've learned is that we need about, when you want to start with 100 chicks, one chick, it is costing about 13 kwacha 15, isn't it? Okay, 13 kwacha 15, and then one bag of feed, it is also costing 570 kwacha. So you need about 8 bags when you are starting with 100 chicks, right? And then you mentioned some of the chemicals that you use. You said the first one you start with is stress pack.
Yeah, stress pack.
That one is used for what?
It's okay. It's put just on the chick. Okay. When you are about to put an water into the feed, into water feeders, you need to put a space pack there.
All right. So how much does space pack cost?
Yeah. Here it is 120.
It is 120. Okay. So how many do you need? Do you just need it to use it right there, or maybe you'll be using it continuously?
Continuously.
Okay. What other medicine do you use apart from space pack?
Vitamin E. Also vaccine.
You tell us the price for vitamin E.
Also 120.
120. Okay. What else?
Also vaccines such as Newcastle, Kombulo. Yeah, Kombulo.
All right. So basically, we need feed. We also need those medicines that Kombulo. You said which one else? Newcastle and also space pack. Okay. All right. Even vitamin E, right? Okay, what else do we need apart from those things, like maybe basic things that we need, the things you'll be using? Because I'm seeing some things here. So you can just come closer so that we see what the feed does, the way they look like. Okay.
Sodas are very important, but and they under the I can see sodas. No, sodas.
So you also need sawdust to put on the floor, right?
Yeah, you need soda to put on the floor, and it needs to be changed or every, like 3 days after you need to change.
That's great. Then how about these feeders? These, how much do they cost?
Here in Rongo, on page, but in Nakonde it is 8 watts.
How many do you need? The same size even when they are small? Because I'm seeing like maybe they are big. Do you use other different sizes when they are big, when they are small?
Use 2.5. Some are there because you have much.
You also have small chicks? Great. Anything else? What encouragement do you have? Or maybe before you come to encouragement, what challenges do you face in this business?
Challenges are just diseases, I would say. Mostly these sticks are not strong in terms of diseases. They are prone to diseases most of them.
So they are not. They don't really resist so much diseases, right? So how do you? Is there some medicines when stricken with some diseases?
Yes, there are some of them.
They're very expensive, right?
I know they're not expensive, but the names I've just forgot.
Oh, you've forgotten the names. Okay, but there are medicines you use when.
But it's good to give them vaccine before that, and also use some African medicine.
Or do you know that African medicine, or you've also forgotten it?
Yeah, yes, we have it. We call it what?
Does it come from the witch doctor, or maybe?
No, from trees.
Oh, this is the medicine also they use to prevent diseases, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Diseases such as what?
Or so in terms of diarrhea, yeah.
So this can be used, right? Okay. The encouragement you'd give to somebody who's watching this video. Maybe when someone wants to start this kind of business, what encouragement can you give them?
Okay, it is good to start layering out, start and keeping these chickens because in terms of profitability, it is well, yeah, good because it lines to almost to 50% of its profit. So yeah, no loss. Despite even though some of them they could die, but no losses you can find on them.
That's great. Can I also visit your other pots where there are small chicks?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it nearby also? Okay. All right. So you can come. This one is big, eh? This is also the other chicks also. So those ones are almost ready to go on the market, and these also they are part of they're part of the business, and so it looks like when those go on the market and remain this behind, right? So this business looks quite good, and I like the way these are coming up because they look very, very, very big, and this is very, very encouraging. Is very, very encouraging. And you might think that maybe somebody who's doing this, they're actually illiterate. No, they are not illiterate. Yeah, the guy I'm talking to is actually completed his education, okay, and he can go to college at any time. But before he does that, he's doing such kind of business, helping the mother out. So I urge you, every one of you who's watching this video, that please don't just stay, and there are so many side hustles that you can do, and this is one of them. Watching. The third hustle that you can do in the year 2024 is actually photography. Photography is one of the fastest growing businesses because people all the time they want something to post on their social media, right?
every time they want something to post there. So if there is somebody who is actually dealing with photography, if there is somebody who has a camera capturing people, this gives them a lot of money. And I'm telling you, if there are people that are actually making a good living right now, are people who are shooting people weddings, right? Like every Saturday somebody's married, like every Saturday somebody's marrying, and every Sunday maybe somebody's marrying, right? And it's been accustomed, like every event people wants to record that event, and the only way you can record the memories of those people is actually through photography, through our cameras, right? And that's why when you're actually dealing with photography, be it videos, be it photos, you take the advantage of actually accelerating in your business area, because this is what people are opening eyes to, right? Long are the days where you can have an event and people just go without any memories. This time people are actually saving memories in forms of photos. So therefore, if you're actually doing this business idea, you'd stand a chance of actually making a lot of money. I've heard and I've seen of people who are actually photographers and have actually made a good living and have actually made a good name and business in this kind of business, right? This time around, when you see somebody carrying a camera on their neck, please don't laugh at them. Those people are making good money. I'm telling you, every day is somebody's birthday, and those people, they want to do that. Okay, a lot of events are taking place every day, and people want to put that on record. They want to keep that. So what are we waiting for? If you have some money, why not venture into this business? Because it has actually shown that it is able to scale up. It is able to give you money that you need, right? So venture into this business, this side hustle in 2024. Let us jump into another one. Number 4 is actually food business. Food business, and to be specific, I want to talk about cakes in this point, right? Like I mentioned in the previous point, like everybody right now, like today it's somebody's birthday, tomorrow is another one's birthday, the other day is another one. Almost all 360 days in a row is somebody's birthday, right? And that's why if you actually start this business idea, it is going to give you a lot of money, because almost every day somebody has a birthday. And when somebody has the birthday, I'm telling you, everybody loves cakes. They love cakes. That's why if they have it, they'll contact you and they want it, right? I always emphasize, whatever you do, make sure bring it online, okay? The only bridge between what you know and the business is the fact that nobody knows you, okay? The only thing is that you know yourself, this is what you're capable of doing, but there's a task you need to do, is to actually let the people know this is what you do, right? So if you have a skill of making very good cakes, very nice cakes, why not then get that skill, advertise it online so that people can know that that is what you do, right? You can be actually in the same neighborhood and you actually bake cakes and people don't know how to do that. But once you post it, those people are your neighbors, they are friends on Facebook, and they'll see it on their comfort zone. Say, our neighbor does this, right? And sometimes you may be baking there in the house and they might not know it's for selling. Maybe they know it's just for home, it's for home use, right? But if you actually advertise it, then it gives you a chance of actually selling to other people. Remember, after you sell to your family members, after you sell to your friends, the next sale that you're going to do, that's what we call business, because now you need new people to come in, and that's why business starts, right? So baking of cakes is also one of the businesses that is actually blossoming in the year 2024. So what are we waiting for? Open your eyes and make this thing a good fortune for yourself. Number 5 side hustle is actually planning of events, okay? Planning of events. Like every day there are events that are happening and people need someone to actually sit down and plan for those events, right? If there is something that is very stressful, is to actually sit down and plan for certain events. There are wedding events, there are conferences, those events and all that. They need someone to sit down and plan for them. And apart from planning, they need someone to actually do the decor, okay? Almost every event that people have, it must have someone who has decorated it, right? So if at all you have done decor, I'm telling you, I'm promising you this, in the year 2024, you need to come out to the open, let the people know you, and come back to this video. Before this year ends, right? before this year ends, before we come to December, if you actually implement what I'm telling you, come back and challenge this video if it never worked, right? If actually what I'm saying, you reach December, you have advertised yourself, you have tried your best to bring the skill to the public, and it has never worked, come back in December and ask me and challenge this video that what I said was a lie, okay? But if you actually, if you actually, you are doing deco, you are doing events planning, and you actually bring yourself to the open, I'm telling you, you are going to make a lot of money. And this is what 2024 has. Why people are waking up, okay? People want nice things this time. The other business is actually delivery business, okay? Delivery business, right? In delivery business, you need a bike, a bicycle, a motorbike, a vehicle, right? So if you actually have any of these, you stand a chance of actually making yourself good money, right? If you have a bicycle, if you have a motorbike, if you have a car, then only start a business which is called delivery business, right? How does it work? Advertise yourself. That's number one thing. You can advertise yourself. Come up with the name of the company, right? Come up with the name of the company. For example, SIKA Delivery Services. You come up with such a name. And just the name is appealing to somebody, right? And if someone wants to buy something, people this time around, they want things on their comfort zone, okay? They want things, being delivered to their doorsteps, right? Maybe people are busy with what they're doing, and an entrepreneur fills the gap, okay? An entrepreneur fills the gap. Like, you see what actually is in between what people actually need and what does that person who is busy working need. That person may need somebody, right? When someone is busy, somebody wants things on their comfort zone, then that's where a delivery service comes in. And therefore, if you have any of these, you can actually start a delivery service. I'm telling you, 2024, here we come. And in the same line of delivery service, we have some companies in Zambia which they call Yango and Ulendo. So you can actually register your vehicle there, and you can you can become a worker there. Like you work under those guys. See, like you can take your vehicle there and you are registered there, and after you're registered, then you can start working under Yango or Ulendo, right? In the end, you make business out of that, right? So this is what 2024 has for us, guys. 2024, a year of opportunity, making your dreams come true, making the fulfillment of your dreams come true. Other business that you can actually do in 2024, let me ask you one thing. How many breakups did you see in 2023? Don't you think that should be an opportunity for you, right? Naturally, I've met people that can talk to people, right? That, when someone is broken, so much is happening in their lives, right? So I've met people who are nice, who speak like the other business idea, the other hustle that you can actually look forward to in 2024 is actually becoming a business consultant, right? So there are people, you are that person who is actually, you are somebody who is good in business. Why not become a consultant? Let people come to you. They consult you about businesses. They consult you about ideas. They consult you about that. You give them a guidance. And just by doing that, someone to get you to, advising them and all that stuff, they need to actually pay you for you to actually talk to them, guide them how to start, guide them how to deal with some issues, guide them how to deal with those challenges, right? So if you do that, if you are actually a specialist in business, you don't actually need to bury that, because I'm telling you, people need a lot when it comes to business. People actually need a lot, okay? People need someone to talk to, like, how do I do this? How do I go about this? There are so many how to go about in business. And that's why if they need someone like you who can actually give them a guidance about those stuffs, then you make a lot of money through that. Finally, if you feel all these can't actually work for you, right, I have a solution for you: the government bonds and the treasury bills, right? So this is where you just get your money, give it to your bank or give it to your government, and then after some time, after some periods of time, you actually need to go back and get your money with some interest. Those are called government bonds and treasury bills, right? So if at all those can't work for you, then you try government bonds and treasury bill. Get your money, give it to your bank, give it to the government, and after maybe the end of 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you can actually get your money back and with an interest. Though on my side, I not really recommend this, because sometimes you know how business works. You can actually make good money, more than what the government can actually add on you if you actually get a risk, right? So finally, let me say, if you don't take a risk in 2024, trust me, you remain poor. And my goal and desire is that everybody that watches my video, they don't remain the same, but actually implement change in their lives. And I believe this video was of good help. And please, if this video has really helped you, remember to like it, subscribe, and also wait for me for more videos. I'm coming back.